Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I dyed my sister Ara's hair from her natural hair color, which is black, to a beautiful multi-toned rose blonde. So I thought this would be a nice change from my usual makeup and skincare videos, and in case anyone is thinking about doing a similar transformation, I figured I'd film the whole process so you can see what I did. So these are the products you will need. Since she has black hair, I'm going to bleach her hair first, then tone it, and then dye it with a rose blonde color. For this whole process, you will need 30 and 20 volume developer, 2 tubes of cream bleach, 1 WELLA T27 toner, and just ignore the other toner. I dyed my other sister's hair the next day, and that's the toner I used for her. You will also need a rat tail comb, a hair dye brush, gloves, a bowl, and long pieces of tin foil. I'm going to start by bleaching her hair, and for this mixture I used a ratio of 1 part cream bleach to 1 part 30 volume developer. I started out by making 1 cup of the mixture, but I did have to keep making it, and by the end of the bleaching process I ended up using both tubes of bleach. Before I started applying the bleach, I separated my sister's hair into 8 sections, 4 on each side of her head with 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Doing this will make the bleach application process a lot faster and neater. So now it's time to start applying the bleach, and I'm using the back of the brush to pick up very thin layers of hair, placing a piece of foil underneath. Then I use the brush to apply the bleach mixture. You want to make sure that you completely saturate the hair with an even layer of bleach to prevent any blotchy or uneven areas. Once I'm satisfied, I just fold up the piece of foil, then fold in the sides to keep it from falling off. So here you can see my sister holding up the layer of hair that I just dyed, and it's because I realized that it would be a lot easier and less messy if I started dyeing her hair from the bottom up. So that's what I did. I sectioned off the top layers, took a small section of hair from the bottom, placed a piece of foil underneath, and applied the bleach. After that, I just continued to take thin layers and apply from the bottom up. You want to make sure that you're really saturating each layer. That's why it's best to do thin layers. If you pick up too much hair, even if it looks like the layer is fully saturated with bleach, the strands of hair underneath, the hair touching the foil, might not be saturated enough, and if this happens, that part won't lighten as much as the layer of hair on the surface. Here, you can see that I started sectioning off thicker layers to dye, and when I realized that it was too thick, I had to use the rat tail comb to brush the hair out, make it thinner so more strands of the hair was exposed. Then I went back in and I applied more bleach to make sure that the whole layer was saturated. So this whole process of applying the bleach took my sister and I about 30 minutes. If you have shoulder length hair or longer, I definitely suggest finding 2 people to help you, because once the bleach hits your hair, it starts to lighten right away, and if you take too long to apply it, some sections of hair will be lighter and blotchier, and you don't want that because the end result won't look even or professional. Once we were done bleaching all of my sister's hair, we let the bleach sit for 40 minutes. I opened up a piece of foil every 20 minutes to check how light her hair turned, and also to check the integrity of her hair by gently pulling on a strand. Since her hair was black, it did take quite a while to bleach, but because her hair was really healthy and strong, 40 minutes didn't really damage her hair. But if your hair is dyed, or it's damaged, or it's weak, then 40 minutes might be too long, so you should definitely do a strand test every 20 minutes, and if you gently pull on a strand and it snaps right away, wash the bleach off right away, because that's not a good sign, and the hair has become way too brittle and weak. gold, and she wanted the top of her hair to be like a pinkish blonde. I don't actually know where she got this idea, but it turned out well. Once it was all washed out, this is what her hair looked like. Super blonde at the roots and darker as you got to the bottom. And actually, in person, it was lighter than this. In person, her whole head looked super blonde, even the ends look more blonde, but my camera just didn't pick up the colors well. Now it's time to tone her hair while it's still damp, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have a clip of me making the toner mixture because my sister made it while I was in the washroom and she forgot to film it. But the toner mixture was simply 1 part WELLA T27 toner to 2 parts 20 volume developer. Toner is really easy to apply because it's not that thick, and like conditioner, it spreads easily, so I just sectioned off horizontal layers of hair, applied it to the roots first, then once it was all done, I went back in and applied it to the rest of her hair. The whole process of applying the toner took 10 to 15 minutes, and then we let the toner sit in her hair for 40 minutes before washing it off. Okay, so this is the end result. My sisters and I love it. We were so happy with how it turned out. It turned out so well, and we love how when she moves her hair, you can see different tones of pink. Some were more pastel, some were more golden, and some areas even looked a little lavender. So it just looked really like ethereal. Anyways, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're healthy and staying safe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye!